Hello, healthy readers. I am coming to you with our newest book that we are going to read for May of 2022. And I think this is going to be a really, really fascinating book. I can't wait to dive into it with you. The book we are reading is Waste: Uncovering the Global Food Scandal, and it's by Tristam Stewart. As always, I start by telling you what's on the front cover of the book, what's on the inside, talking about it, and then I'll tell you why I've chosen this particular book. With shortages, volatile prices, and nearly 1 billion people hungry, the world has a food problem, or thinks it does. Farmers, manufacturers, supermarkets, and consumers in North America and Europe discard up to half of their food, enough to feed all the world's hungry at least 3 times over. Forests are destroyed, and nearly 1/10 of the West's greenhouse gas emissions are released, growing food that will never be eaten. While affluent nations throw away food through neglect, in the developing world, crops rot because farmers lack the means to process, store, and transport them to market. But there could be surprisingly painless remedies for what has become one of the world's most pressing environmental and social problems. Waste traces the problem around the globe, from the top to the bottom of the food production chain. Tristam Stewart's journey takes him from the streets of New York to China, Pakistan, and Japan, then back to his home in England. Introducing us to foraging pigs, potato farmers, and food industry CEOs, Stewart encounters grotesque examples of profligacy, but also inspiring innovations and ways of making the most of what we have. The journey is a personal one, as Stewart is a dedicated freegan, choosing to live off discarded or self-produced food in order to highlight the global food waste scandal. Combining frontline investigation with startling new data, Waste shows how the way we live has created a global food crisis and what we can do to fix it. So, part of the reason that I chose this book, we've talked about waste before, certainly. We talked about garbology in the past, and we have, in many of the books that we've read, encountered the issue of how food waste is very important. I think right now we are in an ever-increasing cycle of food disparity, and waste certainly is part of the issue. I am interested to see how his world travels impact what's going on with food waste, as we have previously seen how so many of the different things that impact our food culture, things that we've incorporated, foods or the way we use certain foods, have come from other cultures. It would be very interesting to look and see how other cultures deal with this issue and what the solutions are. I love that this is a book that offers solutions. So I think that's really good, really fascinating, and definitely something that I'm interested in learning more about. I know you are too. As always, of course, we have a reading pace, and this book is, very, very thick. It looks astonishingly heavy. However, one of the things that attracted me to this book was the amount of research that the author does. And I would say fully 1/3 of the pages are appendix and bibliographic material. The actual reading of the book is, if you include the afterword, 297 pages. And so this time I actually did the math in advance. Yay! And we are looking at a reading pace of simply 10 pages a day. I have a feeling this is going to be a fascinating book and something that we are all going to have a lot to talk about while we are reading it and learning from it. I cannot wait to see you over in the Healthy Readers Book Club community. and for us to dive into this book at the beginning of the month. If you're not already a member of the Healthy Readers Book Club and this book interests you, I would encourage you to check out the link down below. We read 10 books a year. This is just one of the many fascinating books that we read, and we would love to have you as part of the community. Take care, folks. Bye.